Okay, that almost didn't work. Talk about clearing entities and darkness and stuff fucking up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, just had to like update apps and all sorts of shit when I got off there, and I'm like, this is the thing, like when we're rising in our purpose, stuff always tries to pull us down. It always tries to pull us down. Okay, so I'm going to share this and then we'll get started. So this is like a distance healing, sort of, because obviously I'm not doing it individually, but I'm doing it for the collective, right? That's where I'm ultimately focusing. But because what I feel is starting to come through me is that the people that are joining live, there are specific threads that I will focus on clearing. Like, it feels a little bit like a full moon ceremony, to be honest, of what I can feel starting to come through here. So this is for you if you feel like you've been attacked recently energetically, if you feel like you just stop feeling yourself, if you feel like nothing you can do can like shift anything or fix anything, like if you can just, like, do you know what I mean? Like, this is like a healing, shifting, clearing of being able to just clear your energy on a different, deeper level. So I'll just see if this will let me share. Yes, sweet. Okay, and by the way, guys, if you want to be able to do this work, you want to do what you love and be able to get paid for it and create a living out of it, and have the structural foundation to be able to do that. Like, people are like, yeah, I want to do it, but they don't know how. It's like, you know, I would not be able to bring you what I do online all the time without these structural foundational supports, right? So you've heard me talk about it, I'm sure, of Colleen's free 4-day course that's going on right now. You can still definitely catch the replays there. So the link is in the comments. I'll put it in the comments now. And then it's also in the title of this live stream as well. So there's still time to join us if you really want to be able to do what you do what you love doing. Okay, so Marina says, really understand this is me all over yesterday and today. It's actually scary. Yeah, okay. So if you're only joining this live stream and you missed my other live stream, please make sure you go and watch it as well. It's just down on the page because I just jumped off the live stream, and I'm just going to do this distance healing, global healing space on this live stream, just this. I won't kind of go into too much explanation and depth. The darkness isn't scary. The darkness is, well, I know it feels scary at times just because we don't know what to do with it. But as I'd said in my previous live stream, the past 3 days I've been speaking to like 4 clients about this. I just got another client call before I jumped on these live streams. I'm like, I think I need to talk about this because there's a lot of people feeling this. So you can take a deep breath. You can keep your eyes open or gently closed. And just allowing yourself to know that you're in a safe place, first and foremost. So with any of my healings, with any of my meditations, with any of my energetic spaces that I hold a certain frequency and vibration that automatically transforms any darkness to light. There is nothing too dark, too scary, too cursy, I don't feel like I can get hurt by anything in a way. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, of course, I'm not going to walk down the back alley of a back streets dark at night. Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put myself in danger. But when I work with this energetic realm, we're safe, yeah? With anything that you do, turning up here with me in any of my meditations, in any of my spaces. So just allowing yourself to really come into this space, to allow yourself to feel your body, to become conscious of your physical body and your energetic body, your aura, your chakras. Just get a sense for how you're feeling. And it's not about trying to stop our thought, because we're humans. We're designed to think. Yeah, and we've got very strong, powerful, analytical, very highly tapped in creative minds that are born to create, to think, to create, all of that. So don't even try and stop your thought, but I want you to become the observer of your thought. You might like go off in a train of thought and you'll be like, well, focus on my breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And I want you to be conscious of every single other person on this live stream, even watching the replay, that we are all doing this together energetically. We're all around the world in all different places. And how we're all connecting into the same space of our breath. And this energetic space through reality awareness of the vibration that we are bringing to the space. And I want you to just kind of sense, if you're feeling any like agitation, if you're feeling not yourself, if you're feeling good, if you're feeling like, just tune in, like, how are you feeling right now? And on your next breath of awareness, I want you to bring your awareness to your internal compass. Your internal compass is that point in the middle of your body somewhere. Notice where it meets in your body. And your internal compass is based on the direction to the north, the direction to the south, the direction to the east, the direction to the west, the direction above and the direction below. And notice all of those 6 directions all coming to a meeting point in the center of your body. Is it your heart, or is it somewhere else in your body? Your internal compass may be somewhere else in your body, and I want you to notice where your internal compass is in your own body. And I want you to feel the support of the north, south, east, west, the above and the below holding you. You are in the center of this sacred geometric shape, which is this octagon, these 2 pyramids together. You are in the center with your internal compass anchoring you to you. Anchoring you to this space. And I want you to imagine that your octagon around you, and it can be quite little, it can be huge, because those directions, they keep going, don't they? So it can be really huge. I want you to notice those 6 directions and the octagon that it creates kind of like light up, switch on. There's like a woo, like this energetic like hum that you maybe can feel, maybe you can sense, maybe you just see it, maybe you can't even sense anything, and just be okay with that. Just notice your octagon completely light up, switch on, and just feel that sense. And I want you to notice what color it is. Notice where your internal compass is in your body. Has it moved, or is it just in a particular place? And just notice the color of your internal compass, as well as what that octagon around you has lit up with a color. You might just know a color. You'll just start thinking about a color, or you might actually feel it, see it. You might hear it. Just notice. If you've been feeling off these past few days, if you've been feeling not yourself, or you're wondering what's going on, or you're like, who am I, or where has this come from? I want you to bring that to your awareness now. And I want you to notice your internal compass light up and expand to become bigger than you, expanding through your physical body and through your aura, still being held in your octagon. So all of a sudden you've got your octagon, and then you've also got this oval of your internal compass light completely holding you like a bubble. And this feeling, this sense of energy that you're like, who is it? I don't know. What's going on? Why am I feeling like this? Those feelings are now being dissolved and returned back to the highest frequency of light by your internal compass, expanding through your aura and energetic field. Just imagine it happening. Perhaps you can feel it, perhaps you know, but just imagine it happening. If you notice that there is any sort of like pain in your body, or it's a heavier feeling, or it hasn't gone away, I want you to just bring your full conscious awareness to that space now. You might start thinking like, oh, this is this person and this is, and it's just like, just bring your sense back to the feeling. So yes, you might be getting messages or like, oh, that's from this incident, or that's what that happened, and this is that happened, and this is, just allow yourself to like bring it back to the feeling. Just bring your focus, your awareness to the feeling. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to clear it. We don't need to do anything. We just need to be present with that yucky feeling or that, and if you start burping, or if you start coughing, or if you start feeling really nauseous, like you want to be sick, that's the energy starting to move. Just be present with it. Cough if you need to. You don't have to be sitting still and like a stick. You can be like coughing and burping and get it out. Yeah, it's really important. This is the energy clearing out. Sometimes I'm doing this so much I feel like I want to be sick. It's like now in those spaces where I can feel all this darkness or that coming out of me, I am, and I can sometimes do ask Archangel Michael of 100% light to please help clear this out, right? But he's not doing all the work. I'm conscious that I'm like burping and I'm shifting it out with my presence, awareness. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's an entity or a demon or it's energy. Yeah, and we just need to be present with it to shift it out. So wherever you're feeling that in your body, just be present with it. It might move. Your head might be going a zillion miles. Bring it back. Breathe. Be aware of the energy in your body. Notice if you feel any different or same. And I'm getting the message just to sit here with you for a bit longer in this space. Holding this space. Whatever you're feeling, just let it come out. You might start bawling your eyes out crying. You might not. You might not be feeling anything, and that's okay too. You are being held by your internal compass. The north, south, east, west, the above and the below. And your internal compass light that has expanded into your aura. Just allow yourself to be 100% present with whatever feelings are coming up. If your mind is going a zillion miles, remind it to come back to your feeling. You might get waves. You might start feeling okay, and then all of a sudden there's another wave of like feeling sick and like get it out, cough, get it out. Clear the energy out. And then come back. Breathing. Recognize if you do feel different or the same. Notice if there seems to be quite a lot, or whether it's shifted fairly quickly. You can sit here for as long as you need to, bringing your awareness back to the feeling, back to the feeling. And mind will step in and try and analyze the feeling, and then we just bring it back to the feeling. Bring it back to the feeling. Notice your internal compass light and your internal compass holding you. The sense of the feeling in your body. Recognizing if you feel clear or not so much. Bring it back to the feeling, back to the feeling. Breathing in. And breathing out. Know that no matter what it is, no matter how scary it is, at the end of the day, it is just energy. Everything has a label. It's good, bad, right, wrong, it's sad, it's happy, it's this, it's that. That's our mind placing a label on the feeling. When we remove the label, we remind ourselves to come back to what is the feeling. Be present with the feeling. Be present with the feeling. Feelings shift. Feelings evolve. Feelings are always changing. And when we can be with that, that's when we really shift. Whilst meditating, using tools, using Archangel Michael, using anything is important. They're helpful. They're part of it. This is also part of it, that we get to a point where sometimes things don't work because we actually just need to be present with it. And instead of giving our power away to an outside source, we're actually allowing ourselves to just be 100% present with whatever it is that we're feeling. Because when we are 100% present in our heart space and allowing those feelings just to move and shift with our conscious presence on it, that's when we really shift out stuff that has not been allowed to shift for a long time, because we think we need to do something with it. Oh, I need to do this and I need to do this. And sometimes, while sometimes we need to do things, also we need to just be present, consciously present with things too. Yeah? So bringing yourself back to conscious awareness if you haven't already, allowing yourself to open your eyes if you haven't already, gently wiggling your toes and fingers if you haven't already, just gently moving your body, have a drink of water if you haven't already. And I would like to hear from people how you actually felt during that. Did you feel anything? Did you feel nothing? Like, Hannah, that was ridiculous, or I couldn't do it, or oh my goodness, I couldn't stop burping, or like, oh my god, what was that? Like, you know, if you want to give me some, I don't know, if you've got questions about it, please type them in the comments and I will answer them, because it is a bit of a different process. You guys might have thought I'm like doing global healing, like, yeah, like, so, like, clear all this out of this energy, and I'm like, can you just be present with it? Feel so much lighter. Yes, felt the energy and kept coughing. Yeah, that coughing, burping, feeling like ugh, I want to be sick. Like sometimes, like I'm like when I do distance healings or I'm clearing myself, like sometimes I'm like feel so nauseous and it's like, oh, like black gap coming out of my mouth. Like it can be, you know, like, and people are like, hey, you're cursed, and I'm like, man, it's just dark energy, like just clear that shit. Like, do you know what I mean? Like when we start putting a label on it, yeah, you felt heavy about resistance. You came in right at the end there, Dorothea, so perhaps watch the replay again as well. And pain in right shoulder. Yes, nauseous as well. I was actually feeling that too. So I don't know if I was feeling someone or whether that's mine and you're feeling me. So it's so like, you know, to be with that presence and to, you know, like know that, you know, when we put that label like, oh, you're cursed and you can't be fixed, it's like, man, you just stop the healing right in process. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, when there is that space around like just being 100% present, like no matter how dark it is. And I think this is where people trip up and they get really scared because it's dark, because they see evil red eyes flash in. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that's you freeing them. Now, we don't hang out with them. Like, we don't like, oh, welcome to my house and hang around. Like, no, we just stay with their presence. Yeah. Been having stomach issues the past few days. Interesting. And you had pain in your legs, Marina, but it seems to have cleared. Oh, calmed. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so you can like, guys can watch this. It's like kind of, I did it on a different live stream. So you've got this little tool here that you can watch this as many times as you need to. And just be able to, you know, have like a mini clearing, healing if you get stuck. So yeah, with the stomach issues, Dorothea, like usually with stomach, obviously stress, anxiety, but also what are you not stomaching about life right now? Yeah, what is stressing you out? What are you not stomaching? Yeah, because we eat, but we're stomaching it. So what are you not stomaching? Yeah, something like that. So Amanda says, I often get pain in my shoulder, which I think is trapped energy. How do we clear on the go? And Laura's feeling so centered. Yes. It's powerful, right? It is. It brings you back to center, like when you're just present, like, you know, because the other little part of that is that instead of ignoring it, we're present with it. And our conscious presence is what allows it to start moving. Whereas if we're just like, I'm busy, like, you know, it's kind of like, well, it's just going to keep carrying around, right? So Amanda, when you say you often get pain in my shoulder, which is trapped, how do we clear on the go? So what we just did, you do on the go. And that might sound like, you're like, how the fuck did I do that, right? So, you know how, say, you're cooking dinner, or this is an example, cooking dinner and you've got like a zillion things in your mind because you've got to do that, you've got to sort out kids, you've got to do this, got to do that, and you're like, oh yeah, cooking dinner, da 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 da. Now, by the way, guys, little side note, if you're doing that whilst cooking dinner, can you imagine what energy is going into the food? And then what sort of energy are we eating in our body? And we wonder why maybe we've got stomach pain, or wondering why we're like feeling like this all the time and we can't seem to stop, because like even the food we're preparing goes into that. It's just like this perpetual cycle, right? So it's so important that when we're preparing food to be 100% present with it. Now, when you're talking about being present, what we just did is just all we're doing is just being present. We're just being present. Sometimes it's hard to be present. And anything is hard in the start. Meditating is hard in the start. Being fully present of your energy, right? Your conscious energy, just what we did in that process, like your physical body, your energetic body, your aura, use your internal compass, like on the go. Like you can activate that by thinking about it. Your internal compass, north, south, east, west, above and below. Ding, vortex, hum, where is it in my body? There it is. It takes 2 seconds. 2 seconds. That also, I use that a lot, that internal compass. Like it literally, because we're activating it from the inside out, it's literally pushing out any shit that's not ours and dissolving it at the same time. Anything that we're like, oh, gotta like bring this in and clear and do this, we're like consciously putting something on top of ourselves. We're like already like, But when we're activating from the inside out, we're able to like, it's like it, I don't know, does something different to our energy. Instead of suppressing it, opens. instead of suppressing it, I don't know what the opposite word is. Oh my gosh. Anyway, you guys know what I'm saying, right? So it opens. Now, when you're saying, well, how do I clear on the go? That process, right? If you can practice being present with everything that you're doing, whether you're cooking food, whether you're doing the dishes, whether you're tending to your kids, whether you're driving your car, doesn't matter what you're doing. This is the basis of strengthening your intuition. And this is where we talk about being intuitive on the go. Not zillion things in your head on the go, but being super present with the moment. Things like yoga, obviously meditating, like they're all training tools. This is a training tool, right? Feel the breath. Feel your breath. The first thing that makes me conscious, I feel the cool air as I inhale and the slightly warm air as I exhale. It takes presence to feel the cool air as you inhale through your nostrils and the slightly warmer air as you exhale back through your nostrils. It takes presence to feel that. Start there. start practicing there. Once you're conscious there, with the cool air as you inhale, the warm air as you exhale. Cool air as you inhale. The next step in conscious is bringing it all the way down to your stomach. As you exhale, stomach all the way up. Feel that air exhale. Whilst you stay present with this and the capacity of your lungs as you inhale and you exhale, the next step is your internal compass. And it's not like you have to activate all of those, because if you've got my internal compass chakra clearing, you would know this stuff off the back of your heart. Activate. So all of a sudden, you've got 1, 2, 3 physical body. Yeah, so I guess it's like physical body, so maybe physical body is 3, and then with that, those all happen simultaneously for me, because this is where we come into training. People are like, well, how do I fix it? How do I do it? And I'm like, are you practicing? Are you practicing? Are you practice? People don't like hearing it. They want the instant quick fix pill. And I'm like, guys, anything takes practice. The thing that taught me how to be present like that is yoga. It was the thing that shifted, like, you know, when I got off all drugs in my raving days, and then I did the Lightworker practitioner training, yoga was my next thing. And I did 3 Ashtanga classes a week, and nobody would stop me from doing those classes, ever. That was like a non-negotiable. And that changed me, but it taught me how to meditate. I couldn't meditate before that. Definitely not still my meditation. But yoga taught me how to be present and conscious with my body and my breath. Yeah? When we can be consciously bringing that presence to whatever we're doing, including when we're feeling somebody's energy. When we're feeling not ourselves and like all those things that I said, it's like, okay, activate those that we just said. Where is it in my body? Oh, yeah, it's in my heart. Like, oh, go through that process just like we did. Bring yourself back to center. What did it take? 10 minutes? Practice, practice, practice. Yeah? So I just realized how not present I've been lately. Yeah, it happens. Now, when we get in that tizzy stage and we're like, a zillion things, usually we've got a pile of feelings that are making us stay up here. So the next step to having that coming back to presence, because being present is tricky when we're full of feelings. You want a prime example of being full of feelings and not being able to sit still or be present? Who can guess what example I'm going to give? Comment below, guess, tell me what I'm going to give. What is the example of a prime example of being full of feelings and like non-stop? Like, try and guess on the example. It'll be so blatantly obvious. You'll be like, oh my God. So Dorothea says, the job I have and just working for someone else, I know I'm supposed to be self-employed. Yes. Yes, that thing on being self-employed, I had another client over, she's like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like at her job. And I'm like, I know, like, and all this stuff is happening. And she's like, I just want to do this full time. I'm like, yep, that's right. Right? You will know that when you're supposed to do your own thing, you will know. And sometimes when we're still at our mainstream job and we're still building our dreams on the side, sometimes that's tricky. But this is where having that 5-10 year goal and like, you know, working with people who have already done it and like, you know, having those steps in place so that you know you're moving towards something, turning up at your normal job makes it a lot bloody easier because you know you've got an end date soon. Yeah? So just a little side note. So Laura says anxiety attacks. Janiki says foam. Okay. Yes, definitely those two for sure. Prime example, kids. Children running around like headless chooks, can't sit still, bashing each other, like especially toddlers or like little kids, like just, oh, they're so full of energy and they don't sit still, they don't do, you know, like, oh, they just don't stop. Why? Because they're full of feelings. They are full of feelings. You get them to have a big cry, you be present with that massive tantrum, they'll be a different person. Just like you guys experienced on here, where we like shifted and you're like, oh, that's better, right? Try being that present with a child who's having a massive tantrum. And if you can hold that space for them while they have that tantrum and let them know that it's okay to feel big feelings, they will shift and move through those feelings just like we did with that presence and feel totally different. And then you'll be like, oh my God, they are a different child. They will also not grow up to want to cover their big feelings with addictions. Yeah. Big, right? It all comes back to feelings. Underneath everything is just a pile of feelings. If we can be present with our own feelings, we can be present with other people's feelings. Yeah? We can understand that everyone's just in their feelings. It's easier to hold space. Easier to hold space. The only time it would be tricky for us is if we're triggered in our own stuff too. Yeah? How's everyone feeling now? So I'm trusting, and my intention for this live stream is to shift you back to presence, to reconnect back to yourself, to bring yourself back to clarity, to who you are, to feeling you again, yeah, so that you can sleep, so that you can do the things you need to do, all of that. That's okay, you can always watch the replay. So if you know that you're not supposed to be working for someone else, and you know you're supposed to build your own business and turn up and do these things, well, it might not be these things, but it might be something like this. Share your message, share your passion, whether it's online or in person. But if you solely want to work online as well, you can have both, of course. The foundational building blocks, and you are not in, if you are not in the 4-day free training that Colleen is running, like, oh my goodness, what are you not doing in there yet? I've just put the link in the comments there for you. That is literally the 4-day free training, and that is literally how you build the online courses, how to build. Like, if you guys have logged in on my website and you guys have seen my internal compass chakra clearing, and you see the video and you see me down the little corner and you see it all pretty and amazing, and then you can download the audio. If you want the capacity to be able to serve your tribe, share your passion with the world in the building blocks, you know, like that, like I share that all the time, and I did that once, and now it just helps people all the time. Like, I can help more people when I build like this. And it's a big reason why I've done that. Plus being able to support myself, of course, and having the freedom to do what I want, when I want, and enjoy my life and share my passion, because I could not work for somebody else. So if that resonates with you, please, the link is in the comments, or it's at the top of the title of this live stream, or you'll see it on my page as well, or send me a message for any questions that you've got or anything that's going on for you about it. I'm more than happy to answer that for you. If you think this live stream can help somebody, please share it with them, or share it in a private message with them. If you're watching on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe. I love you guys heaps. Thank you for joining me live. I'm trusting that you feel better. If not, I trust that you'll send me a message as well. And yay for feeling so much better. It is all just gelled, because this is like, all you need is your presence. Your presence for yourself, your presence for others. Being present in the moment is our meditation, guys. It is a reason why we are here on the planet, is to be present with what is. And the first thing that connects us back to that, and this you always have on hand. I love you.